Now, are there times when you've seen faces in the trees, on rocks, in the clouds? Well, let's have a look why that happens. And, well, that's known as pareidolia. And welcome to the Brac Shop. And this is the platform to the esoteric, comprising of the paranormal, the spiritual, the unexplained. And I'm Tom from the shop. Welcome to another episode. And pareidolia, what is it? Wow. Don't forget, if you like these episodes, if you like the program, please click the like button, subscribe, and press the bell so you'll be notified of my other videos. Pareidolia, what is it? Well, that's the case where your mind actually sees images in objects. You've always heard the story of people looking up at the skies and seeing faces forming in the clouds. Some people will look at rock formations and see a face there, even in just everyday objects. Well, that's called pareidolia. Originally, it was thought of as a disorder of the mind. Why were people seeing these strange faces? Were they imagining things? And I suppose sometimes one person could see a face and the other person wouldn't. And so, well, maybe you're going a bit crazy. And it was thought of as a disorder, and also it was linked to psychosis. But today we've actually rationalized it, and it's now a normal human experience that everyone goes through. And some people actually think they could be a sign from the other realm, the other side trying to communicate with us. Well, maybe there could be something there because, well, after all, we do look for signs to help us with guidance in this world. And a good example is seeing a white feather. Now, a lot of people say when you see a white feather, it means that there is an angel close by, and an angel is trying to help you or guide you or protect you. So that is a sign that we look at, or even angel numbers, seeing particular numbers, and we know that it's a sign that we're getting help from the other side. So maybe there's that as well. Seeing faces and things can also mean it's basically that there's angels close by happening. A good example is Jesus on toast, or Our Lady on toast. Some people have said they've seen the Lord on their toast. And, well, some pictures that you see of Jesus on toast could be the toast burnt in a particular way to show that. Like you can get pictures on faces on your coffee. Maybe that was all done. But there can be the configuration of the particular burning of the toast that creates images that does look like a face. And in this case, Jesus on toast, or Our Lady on toast. And I remember a news report once of, it was this fence in this public place, and the way the fence was, that it actually looked, from a distance, it looked like Our Lady on the fence. And obviously other people could see it as well, because people started placing flowers there, and it almost became a bit of a shrine, until one day some vandals came and desecrated the fence. And so that's when people moved on and stopped putting flowers there. But people could obviously see from the way the wood was on the fence, and the shadows of the light, that it created something that made it look like Our Lady standing in the distance. And people thought of that as a sign of an apparition. But overall, it could be just our minds making sense of what they see. The particular angles of the woods to create, in that case, Our Lady on the fence, and in other objects how we see faces. And it's basically our minds making sense of what we see to create an image that we can recognize. Researchers have actually found that it's actually a common occurrence in babies. Babies will actually be attracted to images that will form a face. And I suppose you could say it's a safety mechanism so they can recognize an adult or their mothers and fathers. And scientists have done research of actually placing a picture of an object that looks like a face, like two slants and a bottom slant, making it look like a face. And the baby will be attracted to it compared to another picture of an inanimate object or inanimate design that doesn't actually look like anything. The baby will be attracted to something that will look almost like a face. So it is a common occurrence in humans, and we grow up looking for faces in objects. Mainly it's mainly you could say a security thing, and that is pareidolia. And there's also other versions of it, like there's an audio version where people will hear things and their minds will make the sounds out to sound like a voice saying a word or something. That's another possibility, for example. And it's very much the same with spirit boxes, where I personally think it is static and people can hear sounds, words out of the static and saying it is the spirit speaking. And that's another theory. So there we have it. It's our minds really trying to find something we recognize in the objects we see. And usually it's faces. So that's pareidolia. Now, if you've liked this episode, please tell your friends, share it. Click the like button and like it as well. And please subscribe and press the bell so you won't miss out on any of my other episodes. And don't forget, also, have a browse of our links below. We've linked with the spiritual shop, where you can get 10% off your first order and very inexpensive worldwide shipping from the Psychic Tree, the online spiritual shop. And we're affiliated with that. And also, if you're interested in manifesting, have a look at my book on manifesting. I've had a look around at the different ways people manifest. So have a look at that. In fact, I think I'm going to bring out something more specializing on manifesting. So have a browse at the links, have a look around, and if you've enjoyed this episode, as I've said, get me a drink. And also join us on our Saturday night lives, where we just chat about the past week, what's coming up, and anything paranormal or spiritual. So on that note, thanks for joining us. I've hoped you've enjoyed it, and you'll be back next time for my other episodes. So do subscribe so you won't miss out on them. But in the meantime, stay well and happy.